Tuesday, March 20th, 2 p.m. Mountain Time, 2018. Guys, we're back here at the GOES 16 satellite instrument. And as most of you already know, for the last couple of weeks, we've noticed some strange light observations come across North America. At first, about 2 weeks back, we noticed an anomaly over here on the Pacific side of North America. Since then, these light anomalies have grown, they've gotten bigger, and they're extending all across North America up into Canada, through Mexico, the Gulf of Mexico, over into the Caribbean. Don't know what to think of it. I monitor these things every day. I just don't do videos about them every day. And I've also added now to the collection this satellite instrument here, which it's a division of the GOES 16. It's just a different view of North America. In fact, I have a small video clip from over the Pacific on that specific instrument of the light flashes too. So not only on this one, but another one now. And we've also got ground confirmation. People from Canada, 2 places in Canada, multiple places across North America. People are observing some sort of a strange flash that they've never seen before in the night sky. So I've been hesitant about doing videos every single day about these things because I'm trying to understand what it is that we're seeing. This loop right here is the most current loop, so the flashes from last night have already cycled off. This is what we're looking at right now as far as weather goes. You can see some precipitation in the upper northeast of the United States, so they're no stranger to that. This is like their 4th major storm in less than a month. You can see precipitation starting to move in on the western side of the United States. In California, expect a lot of rain near Santa Barbara, Montecito. Big heads up. So now I'm going to take you to a video that I made of the light anomalies from last night. And they were the brightest that I've seen so far. What they remind me of are these anomalies that we see here in the sky sometimes. This is from actually Mesa, Arizona. Donna shared that picture with us. They just look like big, giant beams going through the sky. And again, I don't know what we're looking at here. I'm just trying to make sense of this, but I've never seen them before. And I've been monitoring this particular instrument for over a year now, and I've never seen anything like it. So what I'm going to do is play it through at regular speed, and then we'll go back and kind of slow it down and look at some individual still shots of this video. This is from last night. All I've done is adjust the contrast just a little bit to bring out these anomalies so you can see them a little better. Here's a slowed down version of the same clip from last night, beginning at around 4 Universal Time, right there. And they're also on that other, right here, College of DuPage instrument that overlooks the Pacific. Watch. See the flash there? And there. So now I've got it on 2 different instruments, even though I think these are both part of the GOES 16 family. But let's go back and slow it down real slow and look at it. Look at right here's where it starts. And watch when it goes across Mexico. There's where it first starts. Actually, it goes up over Arizona. But you know, the thing of it is, it's been cloudy. I haven't been able to see. I went out and looked. I have not been able to see. But you can see right here. And in fact, this is where I first noticed the observation, right here. 2 weeks ago. Now it's extending up through Oklahoma, northwestern Arkansas, into Missouri, not far from Kansas City, Missouri. We're going to step it forward a couple of frames. Look at that. Watch. Look at that. This is when I mentioned going through Mexico, the Gulf of Mexico. I had an email this morning, or actually, I think it was this morning or last night, from a young lady clear up here in the UK, noticing the sky flashing late at night up in the UK at 10:30. So trying to coordinate these times in different time zones, it's very challenging, but that's just what her email said, so that's just how I'm going to relay it. I'm not going to try to connect it to this because I don't know if it's connected, but she noticed her sky flashing from the UK last night at 10:30 at night, but it was flashing pink and orange. Very unusual. Very unusual. But this is a beam you can see right here. And the reason I compared it to like this one, look at that. That's just what it reminds me of, something like that. So I think it's a form of light. I don't think we can see it though. Like some people have described, the sky changes into a different shade of black. That was a very good description from the young man in Wellington, Ohio, that also observed this phenomenon. So let's step it forward another frame. Now this looks mechanical. See how the lines look almost identical? But, you know, then again, it could be this instrument's way of processing this light that it's seeing. So then, you know, you kind of look at it from a different perspective, or maybe it actually went like this across the country. I don't know. But that almost looks mechanical to me. I don't know. But then we'll step it forward another frame. It disappears. Reappears on the Atlantic side 45 minutes later, fills the entire Atlantic all the way up to Greenland and the UK and the North Atlantic, and then it slowly disappears. Only visible on the Atlantic side for, starts at 5:37 and disappears at 5:57. So 20 minutes on the Atlantic side. On the Pacific side, time-wise, is, okay, there you can see a brief flash right up here in the far Pacific Northwest if you look really close. If I hadn't have adjusted the contrast, you wouldn't have been able to see that. But it does start up in the Pacific Northwest, right there. See how it comes down? So it's coming down from the northwest. So if we move it fast, we could see it right there. Comes down from the northwest. So there's our first light right there at 3:52 universal. Step it forward. There's the bigger light, or whatever that is. It's an anomaly stretching all across the California Baja through southern Arizona, New Mexico, most of Texas, through the central part of the United States, extending actually all the way up into southern Indiana and into Ohio. So when the gentleman that shared his observation from Ohio said that him and his wife witnessed something for the better part of 30 minutes, at least the time frame was consistent, because that's about how long this lasts. Off and on for about 30 minutes. But I have never seen anything even remotely close to this on any type of, especially a weather satellite. It's very rare. But look at that. That looks like a burst of some sort of light going in different directions. But light can be tricky. I know sometimes even with the sun observing spacecraft, SOHO especially, sometimes light rays can look like something really enormous and they're just a small light beam. So I'm wondering, and again, I'm just looking at this from all possible angles, you know. What if this instrument is detecting something? Okay, I'm just trying to look at this from a common sense perspective. Okay, there's a termination line, so we go into nighttime. Now it's dark. So then the first light right there, you can see, first large one, whatever it is. I call it a light. I'm just using that as the identifier. There's the light. So the sun would be out past Hawaii, I guess, or at least the sunlight at the time. What if somehow it's reflecting back, maybe due to a different position of the Earth? I don't know. I'm just trying to think outside the box here, because I've never noticed this before. I didn't notice it last year. I haven't noticed it in any other month except this month. So what if it has something to do with the position of the Earth with respect to the sun and this satellite's position? Maybe somehow it's catching a glimpse of some light deflecting off of something. You know, I know this thing is positioned with these thoughts in mind before they just put them in orbit. They don't want any type of interference or distortion or anything like that. They want good, clean images. They don't want light anomalies or any type of distortion with these things. But that's what we've got right here. Is this some sort of electromagnetism that's interfering in the atmosphere, and this is somehow detecting it? I mean, all of these things are possibilities, I suppose. But at the end of the day, we've got some sort of a huge, what looks like a huge light anomaly that has been observed on the ground by multiple people. And see this swath right here and here? That's consistent with this map. Goes up here and here. Got people witnessing here and here. Here and here. So it is consistent. People are seeing this on the ground. I personally have not. The skies have been cloudy. I might get a chance to see it tonight, but I'll be out there. That's for sure. I want to see it, but I have not, no. But I have heard from many people that have. So if it's anything like last night and every night for the last 2 weeks prior to this night, it should be out there if it's visible from the ground if you don't have clouds. So go out, take a look, and if you do see anything, share your observation with us, please, at reports@mrmbb333.com. Just drop us an email, tell us your location, time, and approximately how long you saw them, if you see them. The time is around 4 or 4:02 universal time, so whatever that applies to you, you know, with regard to after dark. I don't know, it's the times and the time zones is a bit tricky, but people are seeing them. So I don't know what they are, because I've never seen that type of phenomenon on any Earth orbiting satellite ever. So anyway, drop us an email if you do see them. If you haven't checked out the website, by all means do stop by and bookmark the site. It's a good little hub for information. Check out the Sky Phenomenon photo gallery. All these photos in here are from viewers. It's updated daily, sometimes multiple times a day. In fact, I put almost a dozen pictures in today from you guys. So keep up the great work. These tabs right here in the middle are real-time space weather. If you're interested in solar wind speed, you're one click away from real-time solar wind speed data. Right now, the solar wind speed has dropped off to right around 416 kilometers per second. You can check out the ionosphere. Real-time data here, one click away. X-rays, that's something I wanted to talk about. I've never seen negative solar flares. Look at that. For some reason, this here's too another anomaly. But the thing of it is, it's happening at the same time every day. That's why I haven't brought it up. I'm just wondering if it's something mechanical. But we're now seeing negative solar flares at the GOES X-ray flux. Normally, this information will trend upward if there's any type of a solar flare event, whether it be an A-class solar flare, B, C, M, or X, depending on the strength. I've never seen it go in a downward trend or downward motion before. So that also is new to me. Does that mean it's never happened? Well, it may have happened and maybe I didn't see it, but I've been monitoring that for a very long time. Here's the Schumann resonance. Guys, the reason I use this, I know it's not in English. Don't pay. Just look at the graph. What we're looking for are spikes like this right here that occurred yesterday. Look for spikes. Just pay attention to the graph. It's the best one that I could find. So I know I don't speak Russian either, but I do like the graph. That's why I use it. So anyway, check out the daily report. This is updated every day, sometimes multiple times a day. There's something in here for everyone. There's news on the lighter side. There's some very scientific papers in here, and weather. So check out the daily report for updated weather, news events, and weather. You got the moon phases. You're one click away from what the moon is doing. The moon's a very important part of Earth and our day-to-day life on Earth. Schumann resonance that I just showed you. And again, just pay attention to the graph. Don't pay attention to anything else. unless you can read Russian. X-rays, the K index, that's important as well. I had a brief little geomagnetic storm back on the 19th, and it's been quiet ever since. Earth's vital signs: solar wind density, speed, pressure, temperature, magnitude of the IMF, that's the interplanetary magnetic field. All of this data is associated with the Sun-Earth connection. It's very informative, and if you want to learn about the Sun and its interaction with the Earth, this is a good place to start. So bookmark the site, check it out often. Oh, we've got the live ISS feed as a new feature, and also the geospace magnetic map. I updated that. So we can keep an eye on the magnetic poles of the Earth, at least the energy that is associated with the magnetic poles. And then I put this goes east. This is real time. This is a look at your globe right there. That's where the Sun is at. So when you click on this, this is the most recent image of the Earth. Click on the image and it takes you, well, it's supposed to take you into there you go, a very close magnification of the planet. So it's a neat little feature, something to check out every once in a while. There's the SDO, and the solar flux unit is 69 currently. So bookmark the site, check it out. Every day is a good little hub for information. So once again, guys, strange light anomalies, or some sort of anomalies, going across the GOES 16 view of North America. Don't know what they are at the moment, but we are trying to understand what we're seeing here. Thanks for watching, and if you guys see these, drop us a line, reports@mrmbb333.com. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a super day, and be safe out there.